What's up, y'all? Listen, I done messed around and was like, where the button at? Where the button at? Child. What's up, everybody? Good afternoon, y'all. I keep feeling like today is Friday, and it's not. It is Thursday. Lord. No, you ain't missing KK. I was a little late today. I was on the phone. I had to make some phone calls, so I was on the phone. So you ain't missing. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, KK. Hey, Alikala. Hey, what's up, Miss Patty Duke? Hey, C. Golden. What you got going on, Miss Patty Duke? You live in my area. The weather is nice. What's going on? What you got going on? You gonna go check out the cherry blossoms? Or your allergies can't take the cherry blossoms, child. Hey, Gigi Jones. Below. Hey, baby. How are you guys doing? So, let's go on and get into some stuff, honey. Go on and get it. Hit me with the thumbs up when you're ready, boo. Hey, Brandon. Kervixen. Hey. How are you? How are you? How are you? What's up, Treleche? What's up, Lamone? Hey, Danny. Hey, KFS. What's up? Danny, I want that shirt. The Dean Scarlett shirt I saw today on Facebook. Yes, honey. I want that. I feel like I'm gonna be ordering that tomorrow when I get paid. And we need to talk, Danny. Like we do. We need to talk sooner rather than later. You know what I want to talk to you about. All right. Danny gonna get some stuff together for us, y'all. Danny gonna get some stuff. Child be so happy to go get my hair done tomorrow. Y'all just don't know. This is getting on my damn nerves. Anyway. My bad.
Ma'am. First of all, I just got your text message. And
the last one I said just now?
Yes.
The emoji like this?
Ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna get my life together. Let me
I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I had just sent Abby a text, and she has every right to be laughing, but not.
A whole mess. I can't fix it, Jesus. Let's do orange lights today.
Y'all, I feel like I have lost my mind with this Afterpay shit. They should have never let a fool.
They should have never gave you niggas money.
They should have never gave me Afterpay. I feel like every day I got a payment coming out of my account for Afterpay, and I'd be like, what is that even for? I don't even remember what I purchased now.
I did. I'm done with all of my Afterpay and my Klarna, and I'm trying not to run it back up.
I feel like that last Afterpay payment is for the 2 dresses I just got. That one I can't even wear.
Why you can't wear it?
Because we had that conversation. It don't fit. I'm gonna have to wear it as a cape. You just had to wear it as a cape.
You never
see, Golden.
Don't do it to yourself.
Afterpay is the devil. Afterpay is a lot of the websites now have Afterpay where you can buy the stuff and it's
split it in 4 payments.
Yeah, it's basically layaway, but
it's modern day layaway.
They take your total and they break it up over 4 payments. PayPal does it, and then it's a lot of these websites do it too.
A lot of websites like Sephora gets me.
Stewart.
They get me every time. They be like, you can break it up. I know you want $500 worth of makeup, but we can break it up in 4 payments. You ain't got to pay the whole thing today.
Right. Listen. A pair of them shoes I bought, that's how I did it. And I was like, why do I want these shoes again?
Right. Listen, that's how I bought previous babe.
Exactly.
His Air Maxes.
In your life. You don't need it in your life.
Right. Fool around with Finish Line and some $200 Air Maxes.
Listen, them damn Jordans I keep forgetting to show y'all my Jordans. Them damn Jordans that I purchased. Child, I said, see, that's what I get for thinking I'm a baller. Ooh. Anyway.
Baller shot caller.
Okay, big baller shot caller, okay? So, all right, here's the deal. So let's First of all, do y'all want to start with the serious and then let's get into the silly? Let's start with the serious and then get into the silly.
Okay. First, wait, but Tracy said that y'all know every time somebody say Hazel E, all y'all can think about is when she was on Ayanla and she's like talking to Harriet Tubman, talk about.
She did tell her to apologize to Harriet Tubman.
Oh gosh, she said pop my butt. Pop.
She said, tell that to Harriet. You tell Harriet about popping her butt. Tell it to Harriet. Yeah. Afterpay is layaway. They just let you take the stuff home.
You just get it up front.
Yeah.
They'll ship it to you up front.
Yeah, Afterpay is very deceiving because I promise you that
you'll forget.
I feel like they just took some shit out that they wasn't supposed to take out. I feel like they did an Afterpay and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think that was scheduled for this week.
I go and check because if I have to move something around, I'll move it around. Look,
okay, hey, right.
Can we delay this payment?
What's up? Girl, you said they got Afterpay for Louboutins. What?
Why would you tell me that? Why would you say that to me?
Listen, let me see if they got Afterpay for them Gucci sneakers I just showed you.
Why are you bullshit?
Let me see if they got Afterpay for them old Gucci sneakers I just said.
No, because I will have a pair of Louboutins for Puerto Rico. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I will have them Gucci sneakers for Puerto Rico. Don't play with me.
They have this beautiful, like, flower printed heel sandal shoe. Sure. Y'all in this group chat is not finna vex my spirit. Just immoral.
Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
While she doing that, listen, if I get a pair of red bottoms, y'all gonna be like, this bitch has lost her motherfucking man. Because I'm wearing them to everything. I'm wearing to church. I'm wearing to Puerto Rico.
You need to, you know what? You need to get the Louboutins and get you a badass Sunday suit with a good old Sunday hat, and I'll meet you at Jonathan Church.
Girl,
I'll meet you down to the church.
Girl, they don't even have. They not having in-person service though.
What? That's all the more reason, just so that way it'll be ready. You don't have. Listen, if you stay ready,
you ain't never got to get. Listen, I am a big believer.
Already, then you will be ready. And I'm telling you, I'll meet you there Sunday morning. I'll meet you there.
Come on, child. Listen. Don't do it because we will get dressed and you'll come down for the weekend. And you did for my birthday.
You did for me. You know it ain't for me to get my car ahead to North Carolina now. You are take your time. I'm ready for the red bottom unboxings. Don't do it.
Don't listen. I am not going to that website. I am not.
Oh.
I am not going to that website right now while we on this live. I'm not finna.
Listen, don't let me go over to the Gucci website and they got Afterpay. I'm telling y'all now I'm getting them sneakers. So when y'all see me do my unboxing, just know that it was Afterpay. That this was brought to you courtesy of Afterpay.
Why am I on these people's website? Y'all, ooh, no. Okay, wait.
See, y'all should, why y'all tell us about the Louboutins? Why y'all tell us about the Louboutins? Yeah. Hey, Dewana. All right, let's get back on this. Okay, because we're gonna do the serious stuff first, and then we're gonna get to the silly. So,
oh, they are online. Okay, I'm sorry.
Abby, step away from the website. Step away from the website. Abby.
I'm away.
Step away from the website.
Abby. And it's super cute because it's European size. It's a European size. I'm in a single digit. To hell.
Abby.
Oh, they don't even have me in my size. Oh, I'm so sad.
Okay, see, they don't have me your size. Step away. Step away, Abby. Step away. Abby.
I'm away. I stepped away.
Come back to me.
I'm away.
All right, so unfortunately, I have to come to y'all once again with the bullshit.
Uh-oh. What done happened now?
Say his name. Adam Toledo. I'm going to just read this to y'all. The city of Chicago released video of the fatal shooting of 13-year-old Adam Toledo as Mayor Lori Lightfoot and the boy's family together called for people to express themselves peacefully following the incredibly painful release. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability released the video 2 days after Adam's family was shown the footage and 17 days after the shooting itself took place in the early morning hours of March 29th. Body camera footage of the shooting was made public along with multiple third-party surveillance videos and other materials related to the investigation. The body camera video that shows the shooting begins with about 1 minute and 45 seconds of the officer driving to the scene in the Little Village neighborhood before exiting his vehicle and running down an alley. Police, stop right fucking now. The police can be heard yelling as Adam appears to pause near a fence at the end of the alley and turn toward the officer with his hands up. The officer walks to Adam asking if he is all right and where he was shot. Oh no, I skipped the whole paragraph. Sorry. The police officer can be heard yelling, "Show me your fucking hands, drop it." As the officer fires just under 20 seconds after exiting his vehicle, Adam falls to the ground and the officer immediately calls for medical assistance, saying shots fired by the police and requesting an ambulance. The officer walks up to Adam asking if he is all right and where he was shot. Stay with me, the officer can be heard saying in the video. Another officer arrives in the scene while the officer who fired the fatal shot begins chest compressions. Over the next several minutes, multiple officers are seen or heard continuing chest compressions as they wait for an ambulance to arrive. This looks like he's a Latino young man. That doesn't make it any better or any different. I'm not wrapping my brain around. You see the boy walking. You tell him to stop. He stops. He turns around. He puts his hands up. You still shoot him.
Maybe they thought it was a taser. That's the new excuse.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, this situation makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't even care if they had gotten a call about a robbery in progress. There's nothing in this scene that would make you think he was the one doing the crime. Like, his only crime was being on the street by himself. Like, what the fuck?
That's just like that man, this black man. He was in his neighborhood. He was just outside his house. He was taking out the trash and got arrested. They had a domestic violence charge call, and they just showed up, and they was like, I guess that's him, so we just go arrest him because he's the black man standing outside, while the person who actually did the crime got away. Like, are you not? Y'all don't even want to do your job, you stupid bastard. Okay,
I just don't understand. Like, there's nothing in this story that makes any fucking sense to me. And again, I'm only reason why I said that he's a Latino young man, only just to put it in context, not to excuse it or to make it seem like it's any less effective, heartbreaking, whatever. I just wanted you guys to know that the young man was, a little Latino boy, right? That's what it looks like in the picture. Now, he might be mixed, he may be, I don't know. I just don't.
We tired. We just tired.
In other cop bullshit news, the defense rested their case today in the case of the murderer of George Floyd.
It's almost a mistrial.
They got some experts up there to say some stupid shit, but at the end of the day, none of it made sense, and none of it doesn't justify or excuse what happened. That doesn't mean we're gonna get a guilty verdict. So again, all we could do is just let's pray for Minnesota and let's pray for peace. Because until I hear guilty come out of somebody's mouth, I ain't thinking. I just don't
trust y'all.
Yeah, until I hear the word come out of somebody's mouth, I just. Yep, that's it. That's all. Now, on the flip side, down to South Carolina, a little racist found out what it looked like when people decide that we're not gonna let you get away with your racist bullshit.
Oh yeah, that man. They stood outside his house in Columbia.
I haven't seen the actual footage. I've heard about the footage of this guy who was a soldier, who was harassing this little boy about why was he in this neighborhood? This is his neighborhood. He don't want the likes of you here. Like, and he actually put his hands on that young man. He actually, assaulted that young man. And definitely was some hate speech involved. Mm-hmm. And when the police refused to initially do anything about it, the neighborhood converged on that man's house and proceeded to protest in front of his house until the police did something. I think he has been arrested now. He has been charged with 3rd-degree assault. Mm-hmm. See, I'm okay with that kind of shit. That's the kind of shit that I like. I probably would have been there. I'd have been in front of his house. No justice, no peace. Okay? Because I know all his neighbors was like, if you don't get these motherfuckers out of my neighborhood.
First of all, that little boy has lived in that neighborhood longer than that white man is new to the neighborhood. That's the first thing. That young man lives in that neighborhood and has lived in that neighborhood. So when the man asked him where you live and you're not supposed to be here, the man said, "Who are you? You're not supposed to be here. We don't know you."
And again, y'all, he's a soldier. So this is someone who was protecting, quote unquote, protecting our country, wearing the uniform.
Who thinks he has the authority to question it. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, why you saw this little boy walking down the street. Apparently, maybe one of his little friends, him and his little friend, which was a little white girl, got into some kind of altercation. They're yelling back and forth, and he rolled up on the situation, and then he started questioning and bullying this little boy. First of all, you're not nobody's parent in this situation. Who the fuck is talking? Why is you harassing this little boy? Listen, couldn't have been me. Couldn't let my son have come home. Child.
And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, once again, just like in the case of Cheryl Underwood, just like in the case of the lieutenant in Virginia, once again, we shouldn't have to. Let me be clear. We should not have to. But once again, by us not reacting, it takes away the argument. It takes away the argument because the minute that little boy had cussed that white man out, then the whole narrative changes. Even though he would have been perfectly justified. The minute that little boy mama show up at that man's house, the minute that little boy daddy show up at that man's house, which all of them would have been perfectly justified in doing, it changes the narrative.
Girl, speaking of that, I was on TikTok and this girl had a TikTok where her daddy went upstairs to confront the upstairs neighbors. They had called the little girl a nigga, and she called her daddy over to her apartment, and he snatched. He's like, "You was the one that called my daughter a nigga? Oh no, we gonna hash this out." Like, daddy was ready, like he had that thing on him. He said, "I said okay." Y'all keep calling people children out there for motherfucking names like they ain't got people to call.
They ain't got parents. Like they ain't got parents. So, you said that the wife lied and said he sexually assaulted their 22-year-old daughter. The wife said the little black boy did that?
Mm-hmm.
We've already talked about that here about white women's tears. Have we not talked about how white women's tears
are extraordinarily violent and dangerous?
Right. How they've started wars. I'm upset at the police that they mentioned that the young man had issues with the police, but it had no bearing on the case. I was like, why bring that up? Well, they're going to do that.
Because that's what they do. They try and take.
Right, just like
to justify
pictures of Trayvon Martin with smoking weed, which had absolutely nothing to do with what happened that night with him and that murderer. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like that's what they do. That's what they do. Just like they brought up George Floyd's criminal past, Eric Garner's criminal past. Like that's what they do. Mike, not Mike Jones. Is it Mike Jones? The one that was murdered down in outside of St. Louis. But that's what they do. What's up, Gina Vina? But that's what they do. And again, none of that matters. None of that changes anything or matters.
Not a thing. That's why I haven't watched that them business, because
Michael Brown, thank you.
I feel like it's a good thing that I'm in my house all the time, and I'm not out in the general public, because listen, you ain't got but one time with me. Now, I kept my cool when we was in Tennessee, and that white woman put her hands in my hair. But I'm in the city with which my mother lives and got bail money for me. You can try me. You can try me here if you want to. I'm telling you. Like you like. We didn't even do nothing to y'all raggedy. We didn't ask y'all raggedy ass for nothing. Not even your sorry ass hand in marriage.
I was listen. It was on the tip of my tongue. On the tip of my tongue. So yeah, there it is, y'all. I like I said, we're gonna get the serious stuff on out the way so we can, because I can't. I can't.
Make you want to hit a bitch right in their throat. Okay? Ugh. Yeah, Xavier. Listen, I've heard that it is a Black Trauma Parade, that show. So listen, and the one baby told me it was it would be traumatizing to mothers. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching it. I didn't watch the video. I just read that little synopsis. I saw the screenshot. But I told you I can't watch stuff like that anyway. Like that.
I've only seen that one clip where that white woman, the black lady is walking her daughter to the porch, and that white woman said something crazy to her, and she was like, "Hold mommy's purse, baby," and she walks back down to the street where the white lady is, and the white lady called her a nigga, and she slapped the taste out that white woman's mouth. She backhands the shit out of her. I was like, oh, well, they're my kind of shenanigans. I don't know. I'm like, but if that's the only, listen, a baby that, okay, yeah, no, I'm not watching it. Thank you. That's enough.
Yeah. So moving on. Let's talk about Hazel Lee.
Pop my butt.
Speaking of babies, Hazel Lee decided to go get a mommy makeover.
Okay.
She flew to Turkey, took her husband and her baby with her, and she was getting a mommy makeover.
Okay.
And of course, she was videotaping it, because not the actual mommy makeover, but she had footage of her.
She's vlogging the experience. Got it.
Right. Auntie Whoopi said, "What was a horror film?" I'm missing something. What was a horror film?
Them.
Oh, them. Yeah, I ain't watching them. But so come to find out that there were some complications from the surgery, and as a result, they had to remove her fake boobs.
Okay.
That's what I said. But she, of course, came on and she's crying and upset, and she was like, "They had to remove my breasts." No, they had to take out the fake breasts.
Your boobs are still there.
Because she said it was leaking. That one of them was, and I'm like, see, here's my thing. And I'm glad she's okay and all that good stuff. But here's what people need to understand. Every surgery, whether it's elective, whether it seems like it's a little thing, every surgery can possibly have side effects that can be as serious as death. And if this was the first time that Hazel Lee had some elective surgery, I'd be like, damn. But let's be clear. The woman has had all kinds of nip, tuck, suck, all kinds of stuff. It's not the first time. Okay? Right. And so I need people to understand. Like, it's not that I don't have no sympathy for her, because I mean, I do feel for her, but you made a decision to go to, first of all, to fly around the world to go to Turkey because it was probably cheaper. There's a reason why you went to Turkey and you didn't do it here. Either it was cheaper or the doctors here wouldn't do it because maybe they warned you that there was some problems or there was some potential issues. Two,
it was cheaper probably.
Yeah, it was probably cheaper. But we know, like, unfortunately, in the case of Kanye West's mom, the reason why she got the surgery done that she got done is because the doctors told her she had been advised against having the surgery, and she had it anyway, and she found a doctor who would do it. You know, so there's, you know, sometimes we are our own worst enemy. But at first I was like, damn, they had to like cut her breast. Like I was thinking she had to have a mastectomy. Mm-hmm. But then I looked at the video. So they had to remove your fake boob? That's what, because she made it seem like they had to
cut her breast.
Ooh, and I was like,
well, daughter, you can either have it removed or have it leaking and poisoning you from the inside. What you want to do?
Right.
And you wasn't awake for them to be like, you know, you want to replace it with another, like, and I don't even know if that was even physically feasible to happen. People priorities.
That baby's still in diapers. Go to the gym. It's way cheaper. Well, my thing is this. I know that because when she did that the conversation thing she did with Masika, she did look like she was pregnant again. Like she was clearly having a hard time getting the baby weight off. Unfortunately,
I thought she was pregnant. She was still pregnant when she did that thing with Masika. She hadn't had the baby yet.
I thought she had the baby.
Mm-mm. She was about to pop. That's why they kept Masika away from her.
Okay, I thought she had the baby. Okay, well, my thing is this. Clearly she felt like she needed the mommy makeover. You know, whatever. I am not gonna sit here and judge nobody for doing what they do, but I will say, yeah, I thought she had the baby. I didn't think she was pregnant.
Yeah, because that's why they kept her away from. That's why they had so much security during that little conversation that they had, because she was still knocked up at the time.
But again, that goes back to what I was saying last week or earlier this week about that whole snapback gives people a false sense of what a woman's body really does after pregnancy. That doesn't mean that there aren't some women whose bodies snap back. I mean, that's just like there are some women who can have 5 or 6 babies and it never looked like they carried a child. And then there's other women, once you have one baby and your body just never does what it's supposed, you know, it just never goes back. It affects everybody differently.
Right. My body stopped snapping back at baby number 3.
Hey, Cams.
Like after I had the first baby, but I was 18 at the time. So, you know, younger bodies do different things. At 18, after I had 2 days after I had him, it looked like I had never been pregnant. Baby number 2, Danny, same thing. Like a week or so after, like I had never been pregnant. That Michelle.
That damn Michelle.
Mm-hmm. Scooter Boop's mama done fucked up the church's money.
Scooter Boop mama.
Scooter Boop who called me today just to say, hey, 15 times. And then throw the phone down.
That's what I thought, y'all. I thought she had the baby because I remember that's one of the things that Masika said about her was about the fact that she looked like she was still pregnant. That was one of the things Masika had said about her ass. I thought she had the baby too. But
Danny, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You know what? Not after donut number 4. But you know, there. I just think that that's part of the problem is that we have given people a false sense of. It's nothing wrong with a nip and a tuck.
Absolutely not. Because if I could afford it.
Because I'm about to say, I'm not going to sit here and say that I would never get a nip and a tuck done. I ain't saying that. I'm not taking it off the table. But what I am going to say is I would also walk in the door with the understanding that there are risks involved. And, you know, there's a reason why people fly around the world. Remember, Usher's wife almost died going down to South America to get plastic surgery. I mean.
Probably because he paid with Usher bucks.
these women who snap back, you got to look at what their regimen is while they're pregnant. Like, for example, Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor's body was ridiculous before she had a baby.
Before she had a baby. So that's just a muscle memory. Her body just remembered this is not what we supposed to.
And she was continuously doing all of that stuff while she was pregnant. Kelly Rowland. Did y'all not see Kelly Rowland on that damn yoga ball 2 weeks before she gave birth? I mean, there's certain things. Hey, it's me, D. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you don't have to work tonight?
Hey, Miss Pat.
Hi, honey.
Now can I put my nip and tuck on Afterpay? Child, I need one.
Listen, if I could.
I need to Afterpay for my nip tuck.
Because I would get these big mama arms slimmed down and this fupa removed.
Child.
And maybe a little bit around my knees. And that's it.
Let's start us a 3-for-1.
Listen, I could deal with the rest. The rest of it, right. the booty that you can sit a can on top of, I can deal with all of that. But them 3 areas, child, but the Lord ain't gonna let me have it because he know I ain't gonna act right. The Lord knows I am not gonna act right.
I said Virginia love. It's virgin love. My bad. Hey, virgin love. Oh, hold on, y'all. Abby, talk to them for a second. I gotta tell Pat something real quick.
Okay. Listen. So Regina said body snapback, mine did at 40. You had a baby at 40? You had a baby at 40? Listen, I had my last baby at the age of 23. And the next morning I got my tubes tied. Because it was baby number 4. I was very married. So listen. It is what it is. But listen, if I could get this stomach sucked down into semblance, it don't even have to be super flat, just a semblance of fat. You had a baby at 4. Ooh, bless your heart. Oh my God. Almost went into speaking in tongues for you, daughter. Oh God. Listen, that was not my testimony. No. At 40, my last child was getting ready to leave the house. I'm 53 and she's 13. Oh, Jesus. The babies that's for young people. I can't. Oh, God. I'm not. At the time, let me tell you how funny this is though. But at the time that I had my kids, can I pay for my nip tuck one with Usher bucks? Listen, I wouldn't try it if I was you. But I had my babies very young, 18, 19, 22, 23. So all of my when I had all the energy to rip and run, and I was the team mom on my son's football team, and I was that kind of mom that I was running down. I had a shirt made with his name on it, his number, and I was running down the field with him and screaming and hollering like I could not do that at this age. First of all, I got a first floor apartment, so I wouldn't have to walk upstairs. Let's start there. Oh, listen, I am just now. God's timing is amazing. Can we let's have a little chat about how God's timing in your life, in your situation, is amazing. Because the fact that I had my kids as young as I did, as young as I did, and to get them grown and get them gone, and then with the marriage that I had and the loss that I suffered, it feels like everything that all of my friends got to do in their 20s and 30s with the free dating and all of that, and the relationships and hanging out. Like this heifer asking me for something right now. Hold on. It's just like I feel like I was the supreme late bloomer. Like I came to makeup late. I've started to feel myself like I felt like when I was a wife before and I was young. She said, damn, not the damn kids. I felt like I didn't do any of that. I was so busy working full time, being a mom full time, being a wife full time. It was nothing for me to sacrifice any and everything. I had holes in my shoes to make sure that my kids had shoes, all that good stuff, make sure the bills was paid, all that good, to be the mom that my children needed me to be, with no time for myself. And in this season in my life, when I'm just beginning, this is a milestone year for me because I'll be 45 in November. I am just now, blossoming and taking care of Ebony and coming into an awareness of who I am and all that stuff. I feel like that awareness comes a lot earlier for a lot of people, but for myself, I feel like I'm just now coming into that. I wouldn't trust Usher Bucks to get me not White Castle hamburgers, Jesus. Listen, while I was in Atlanta, I tried for the crystals for the first time. I'd never had crystals before, and I enjoyed it. Yes, Stella is definitely getting her groove. I never had it, so it can't be back. So she's getting her groove. How the emperor got her groove. So, but I have also realized in this awakening that has started to take place in my life that I'm very much a relationship girl, and I want to be in a relationship with some young man, not necessarily young. I need my soulmate to show his ass up. That's what I need. No, I didn't say, no, not that I'm saying that you don't have your fun. I know you still feel, because 50 is the new 30. So listen, between my 40s and my about 65, the next 20 some years of my life are like the motto of my life is my ladder will be greater. And so I feel it coming into fruition. And so this is just the beginning of the greater for me. So some Jonathan, man. Well, that's up to Jonathan. Like, I can't force myself into relation with somebody. I want somebody who want me, because she big fine. Listen, even if I don't never get the surgery. I was a catch a long time ago. Like, a lot of guys are talking about, so what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? You can't just be cute. Listen, I already had the things at the table to begin with. I'm just now getting to the cute part. I'm just adding that on to the list of things that I already come to the table with. Having a hot girl, have the hot girl summer. Have it. Do it. Do all the things.
Because let me tell you something. Niggas ain't shit.
Oh, God. That's where we going? Okay. We can go to niggas ain't shit. We can do that. The ain't shitness of some niggas.
And we know that's the mood I'm in today.
We and the niggas ain't shit.
That's the mood I'm in right now. That's the mood I'm in today. But moving on before I say something I don't need to say.
Not this Stella has to rent a groove. You gonna rent it with the Usher Bucks? Not you gotta rent it. No,
Stella got to run a group. But yeah, no, all I was saying was we know that there are some women who absolutely bounce back. They snap back. Some people, because here's the reality of it. That's just like, I think we always forget that this world is made up of all different everything. You got some women that can eat 20 donuts and gain nothing. You got other women that look at a donut, they gain 10 pounds. You have some men that can wear afro, until they in their 90s. You got other men that go bald at 25. Like, that's just genetics. That's what it is. And so, but what we have got to stop doing, and I say we as a society, we've got to stop making people feel like this is the norm and this is the natural. Here's the thing. I don't have any problem with people who have plastic surgery. If you see something that you don't like about yourself, you know what? By all stretch of the imagination, do you, baby. Do you. If you can afford to do it and it looks good, do it. But here's what my problem is, or here's where my problem comes down. Stop acting like it's natural.
Please.
Stop acting like you was born that way when we can go and look at your pictures from when you was 18 and see that nose was this big. and now it's this big, and you talk like this. We know you had a fucking nose job. It's okay. It's all right.
Can I say that's a thing in makeup where a lot of women are like contouring the hell out so their nose looks needle thin? I don't contour my nose. I like my nose.
Hey, Raphael. And the thing
my nose is cute.
again, we can tell the difference between a good contour and plastic surgery.
We can.
Even with a good contour, we can tell the difference. So again, it's nothing wrong. And I understand that you don't need to wear a t-shirt that says I had this. But no, but at the end of the day, like that whole Khloe Kardashian situation, Khloe, you have every right to get whatever you want to get done to your body if you're not happy with the way your body looks and you've tried to lose weight and you try to do it certain ways and it ain't giving you what you want. I'm a little worried about you having a little bit of body dysmorphia, but it's okay for you to get the work done. You got the money to do it. You can get the best doctors and all that good stuff. But don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't put this long 20-page post on Instagram acting like you did it by going to the gym. Bitch, no, you didn't. And we have literally watched every surgery on Keeping Up with the Crime. When I say we, I don't mean us because we don't watch it. But we have literally watched. We can look at we can get a screenshot from every episode. I mean, from every season, not the cast picture because the cast picture is retouched. We can get a screenshot from season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, and we can literally watch all your surgeries. We can watch them. We can see when you got your nose job. We can see when you got your second nose job. We can see when you started, tanning. Because I remember an episode, because I used to watch it from time to time. I was never a regular watcher, but I remember Khloe didn't used to even go to laser. She didn't go get her because they're Armenian child, they hairy as fuck. She didn't go get laser, and I remember Kim saying to her, "Girl, how do you not get your hair lasered?" She was like, as hairy as you are, like, so I remember you weren't into all of the stuff that they were into, and they really did introduce her to a lot of that stuff. But let's not act like you ain't Botoxing and sucking and adding and fillery, like, and it's okay. But don't make it seem like you did it naturally, because what happens is these children are watching y'all and they think, I can do it naturally. And when it doesn't happen, now we are creating children who are having eating disorders because they think, well, all Khloe did was start going to the gym. No. Khloe, Pat, you all right? Hold on, y'all.
First of all, y'all stupid.
I guess I thought I heard something fall, but I don't hear nothing else. I guess y'all right. She naturally got surgery. Yeah, that's exactly what she did, honey. She naturally got some surgery, child. That's why Star Jones got fired from The View because she was not honest. Well, it was 2 reasons. That was one of them, because she was not honest about her weight loss. You're absolutely correct. And then that whole situation with the wedding, they had a problem with, because they were like, she wasn't being honest. Like, she was using the wedding as a like, she had a lot of like sponsors. That's the word I'm looking for. And they felt like she was using The View to sell these products that, But yeah, her not being honest about her weight loss surgery was a problem too. Yeah. Yep. And that, again, it's your business. And I'm not saying that you have to tell everybody everything, but I also think I do think that it's responsible. I'm not going to use the word you owe it. I'm going to say I think it is responsible for you to be honest with the viewers about what it is, because again, it creates a false sense of reality. And then you have people that are trying to live up to what they're seeing on TV, and that's just not the reality. That's just like Blac Chyna. We found out Blac Chyna had lipo 3 or 4 days after she gave birth. But there are people who might have been looking at Blac Chyna thinking, oh, damn, she had that baby, and look at her. She didn't snap right back. But the reality is she didn't snap back. She went to the doctor. And if Rob hadn't put that business out there, and I mean, he did it for petty reasons, but he put it out there, like a lot of people did not realize. Can't nobody pick that girl out of a lineup or any given day. Well,
what girl?
You know what, Xavier? We're not doing that. He said she also lied about marrying a straight man.
Child. I'm not even fooling with you like that.
Tracy said so she could get her surgery with a combination of Usher Bucks and Afterpay.
I'm done.
Y'all are stupid. Before I forget, y'all, let me make a couple of quick announcements and then we're gonna finish this out. I'm sorry I had to go. Y'all had to tell Pat something. I apologize. Thank you, Abby, for holding it down. So tomorrow night, It's Me D is going to be doing a live watch along for the reunion of Queens Reunited, the Real Housewives. RuPaul Drag Race reunion is tomorrow night. And so he will be over there having a live watch along. I'll probably come through there. Because you know
they don't be inviting me because they say I'm mean.
No, you're invited. He actually mentioned you by name. He actually wants you to come. No, we don't invite you to the Masked Singer watch along. No, we don't. But you can come to the RuPaul watch along.
Amen.
Not does Dr. Miami take food stamps, no, but he'll take them stimulus checks. He posted that, honey.
Sure did. Think y'all gonna stop his hustle? He said, "Let me stay here."
Okay. He sure did. He said, "Listen, we could do this."
He said, "Times is hard. I got you."
Times is hard on the boulevard. Okay. Child, I don't know what Chloe probably did call her fat because you know that's that self-hate. See, It's Me D said, "Yep." So you are absolutely invited. So tomorrow night at 8:00. So before I forget, also Monday is It's Me D's birthday. So we are gonna be. Y'all know what we do when it's somebody's birthday around these parts. We have a cold nasty live where we get to act a fool and talking trash and laughing and joking. So we're gonna do that on Monday as well. If you are not subscribed to It's Me D, he's right there in the chat. You can spell his name the way it's in the chat, and y'all going over there. Y'all check him out. We trying to get. He's been out here hustling on these YouTube streets for a minute. We need to get him to his 1,000 subscribers. Okay. Gabby, can you do me a favor? Can you drop Juggernaut of Souls for me too, please? Or
sure.
Danny. I don't know if Danny's still here or not. I know Danny be in and out because she's still at work. That's another YouTube buddy of mine, and he does a whole different content. He does sneakers. I've talked to y'all about that before. He does sneaker reviews. He's a huge sneakerhead. He's very knowledgeable about the different types of sneakers that drop every week. And a lot of times he has the sneaker from his own personal collection. If not, he always has he'll get, you know, like a friend of his, he'll borrow it to do the review. And, you know, he give you the little, and he's comical. He's funny to watch. He's because I don't care nothing about sneakers, but I watch all his reviews because they're kind of funny.
They're freaking, listen.
They're funny, right? And we're trying to get him to his 1,000 subscribers too. He's almost at 500. I think he's less than 25 away from 500, and he wants to get to 500 by the end of the month. But we want to get him higher than that. So it is 62 people in here. If y'all are not subscribed to either one of those people, do me a favor. You know, I don't ask for a lot over here. I don't be hassling y'all about likes. I don't be hassling y'all about money and cash apps and super chats. But can y'all go on and give a couple of subs to my friends? Y'all ain't even got to hit the notification bell. Just go on and sub for me, please. I appreciate it much if y'all would, you know, look out for my folks. I appreciate that. Now let's get into the last couple of little things we was gonna talk about over here. Oh, we got the LA coming on
tonight. Yes, Chasing LA starts tonight.
Oh yes, I forgot all about this. I gotta get me something to eat for dinner.
Like my oven is on. I'm gonna put some chicken.
I was hoping that Pat picked up a little part-time job, honey, and I was hoping she was going to her part-time job because I was gonna get me something from there, but she off tonight, child. Of course she off tonight. I might have to get me something delivered because last night I went out the house thinking it was only gonna take me 15 minutes, child. It's gone 45 minutes. But
okay, hold on. Let me in the chat.
All right. What else is in the Real Housewives of New Jersey review was postponed because hey, what's up, YB? Hey, boo.
Hey.
It was postponed because Yarel had a lot going on and Lil Baby also had, because I was gonna, if one of them could do it, I was gonna just go ahead and roll with it, but both of them couldn't make it. So I'm either gonna do a traditional review and do it the regular, just do a regular review, or I'll see if maybe they are available this weekend and maybe we can do it this weekend. But it'll get done. Y'all will get y'all's review with that. It was something else I talked about that. South Carolina. I talked about South Carolina. I talked about Adam. I talked about
Hazel.
I think we covered Hazel Lee. I think we covered everything. It wasn't a whole lot going on, y'all, if you want to know the truth of the matter.
The defense rested in the case.
The defense rested. Now the question is going to be, how long are they going to be out deliberating? That's going to be the question.
First of all,
they started deliberating already.
I think that the judge said that. But if they rested today's Thursday, he said he didn't want to have them. He's going to hold not final thoughts. The end of their closing arguments until Monday, so that they're not sequestered over the weekend, and then they'll go into deliberations.
Okay.
Next week.
Okay. All right. So here are the last two stories, y'all. I did find my last two stories. So the last two stories, we have more vaccine information. Pfizer CEO says that a third dose of the vaccine is likely needed within 12 months. Also says vaccination possibly required annually. Listen, you guys, once again, I don't know why that's going to upset people, why that's going to give people pause. They do the flu shot every damn year. Y'all do realize the flu shot is a vaccine. That is what it is. There are some vaccines that you take once, you don't need them for the rest of your life. And then there are other vaccines, because here's the problem. The same thing with the flu is the same issue that we're going to have with COVID. They're different strands. The flu is the flu, but every year there's a different strand. So does that mean that you absolutely have to take the vaccine? No, it just means that knowing that one dose may not be effective this time next year or 2 years from now. I'm just telling you. Have you seen that TikTok with black children fighting in school and then the teacher accusing them of sexual assault? Xavier, I haven't seen the TikTok, but let me say this to you, and I think I've said this before. Me and El Teddy have talked about that. That's one of the things that we as teachers, we are told to not break up fights anymore, and that is why. Because if you break up a fight and your hand accidentally brushes against a child's breast, especially if you're a male teacher, even though the child was fighting, she turned around and accused you of touching her breast, even though you may have done it by accident because you were trying to break the fight up. That is a risk that teachers run. And that is why we are advised not to put our hands on students in any way, shape, or form. We're even told to not even hug students.
Okay, so
don't even hug them.
But let's give you the scenario of what happened. The one child was chasing the other to beat him up. He ran into the classroom. He accidentally bumped into the teacher as he was trying to get away from the other student, and the teacher said that's sexual assault.
Wait a minute, the teacher accused the student of sexual assault?
Yes.
I thought y'all was saying that the student was accusing the teacher. Okay, say that one more again.
Little boy ran into the room because he was running away from the other child who was trying to beat him up. Mm-hmm. He was trying to run around the teacher to like hide behind her, and accidentally his elbow caught her in the boob, and she said that's sexual assault. And she immediately started accusing him of sexually assaulting her.
White teacher, black kid.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody shouldn't be a teacher. Everybody shouldn't be a doctor. Everybody shouldn't be a lawyer. Everybody shouldn't be a cop. Listen.
I know I shouldn't be a teacher because I don't like kids. So know your lane and stay in it, please. Thank you. I don't care that I got 4 kids and got 4 grandkids.
I'm glad it's on tape. That's all I got. Because that's ridiculous.
Like, if you could have seen the stunned look on everyone in the room's face, everybody was like, what?
Well, that's just like the lady who accused that little boy of hitting her on the butt, and come to find out
it was a book bag.
And even after they found out it was the book bag, she still wasn't trying to back down.
No. So she didn't get the desired outcome. Her victimness wasn't validated, so of course not.
I tell you, these people, child. She's looking for a way out in the settlement. Well, that ain't the way to get it, because she ain't gonna get nothing for that. She gonna get a way out though.
They're gonna escort you right on out that job.
Right, she gonna get a way out, but not the way
that she thinking of.
All right. Oh, you know what? A story that I forgot to bring y'all earlier this week. Oh, I got another dress to send you, Ebby. I like this dress. I don't think you're gonna like it because you're gonna be like, it look like a brown paper sack.
That's because the dresses you pick are always so flowy. I just want even just a little nipping at the waist for you would be lovely. A little A-line, it nips in and then flares out. Would be super.
The problem is I don't have a waist.
You do have a waist, bitch. Don't do that. You make me sick. You make me sick. You make me so sick. Oh my God. Is it raining? Did the sky open up? What happened?
Kaz making a smoothie.
Oh. Ooh, so put some vodka in mine, Miss Pat. No.
So, all right, I got two stories to bring y'all, and then we're going to get out of here. This one says, auction. They set up on social media to pretend to sell their black classmates.
I tried to tell you about that yesterday. It's like this raggedy ass school, as an assignment, thought it would be appropriate to have an online auction where the white children were selling their black classmates.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know wouldn't been nothing left of that school but me and some lights when I got done with it?
But this what I don't understand.
And then they raggedy ass white parents thought it was a good fucking idea. You stupid sons of bitch. Okay, no.
That's the part that I don't understand. Like, in this day and age, there was nobody to say that's probably not a good idea. Nobody. There was nobody there to say that's probably not a good idea.
Not nobody. Not no one of you motherfuckers thought, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't do this. This doesn't seem like it's right. Not one of you motherfuckers. Not one. Not one of you stupid bastards thought, oh, I don't think this is appropriate for my child to sell their classmate online in a mock slave. I wish the fuck.
Yeah, we have to respect everybody else's culture and history, but they fuck over ours at every turn.
We supposed to forgive. Oh God. Okay. All right. You ignorant bastards. Listen, I'm all for progressive learning. I'm all for our kids learning actual history, but this is taking it way too far.
And
this is taking it way too far.
And let me be clear. I have taught U.S. history, the first half of U.S. history. I have taught where we have to talk about slavery, and I have done projects that include things dealing with the slave. I have done projects. But everything, like, it would never in my wildest dreams ever occur to me that was a good idea.
What state was this in, Loretta?
I don't know. Hold on. The article I'm looking at, it doesn't tell me the state. I believe it was Texas.
I think it was. That sounds right.
Because that sounds
right. That sound about white.
Right. Texas is the same place where they want to take slavery out of the history books. Well, maybe you need not to.
No, because they're trying to sell the babies on eBay. Like, do you know? First of all, you can't tell me this had to be in your syllabus for the year. So you mean, like, when I want to know what were the black parents' reaction when they got like the lesson plan for this, or I'm not fooling with you. I promise I'm not. And like when your kid came home to say, "Mommy, here's the lesson plan for or whatever, like the syllabus or whatever for this quarter," and down like week 4, live slave auction.
That's not funny, but that's funny. I want y'all to know that I am not laughing at the fact that they had a slave auction, but I am laughing at what Abby just said. Like week 1, America the Beautiful. Week 2, Native Americans. Week 3, week 4, slave auction. What? Like nobody said this
nothing.
Idea.
Do you know? I listen. I wouldn't even have gone to the school because I'm my mama type of person. Because you niggas at this school clearly are stupid. Because you had to turn that lesson plan in and they had to approve it before you got it, before you decided to do any of this bullshit. They had to know that you were going to do this and they were okay with it. So at this point, none of you stupid bastards at this school got any fucking sense. So at this point, I'm not talking to none of you bastards. I'm going directly to the school board. Somebody gonna have to tell me something.
And let me say this. It's still, let me be clear. It still would have been a bad idea. But if they had mixed it up, I'd have been like, okay, well, it still would have been a bad idea. But if they had some of the white people, you know what I'm saying? It still would have been a bad idea. Let's be clear. But at least if you had mixed it up, but you just gonna make all the black
even had it been like, if it had been, we are trying to teach y'all empathy, sympathy. And so the white children are on the slave blocks and the black children is selling them. I may have even, it would have been wrong, still would have been wrong, but I may have even I could have saw where you were trying to come at this from, it's different. I need you to understand what it's like to have your heritage ripped from you, your children ripped from you, how traumatizing. I need you to understand what has gone on before, and you're trying to teach that kind of lesson. But what I don't understand, what we just recreate in history.
Yeah, you're supposed to sign the syllabus.
You're supposed to sign the syllabus and send it back.
Most
that's a grade.
They don't read it because here's what happens. On the first day of school, your child gets a syllabus for every They get a syllabus for every class. They got so much shit, and parents usually are in a habit on the first couple of days of school. They just signing that shit and sending it back. Ain't nobody read that shit. But let's be clear, it should have never made it to the syllabus.
Exactly. How is that in your lesson plan? Because you have to turn in your lesson plans and have it approved. Am I not correct? Is that not how it happens? Don't you have to have like at least a general?
It depends on the school district. So you have a curriculum. Most school districts have a curriculum. Some school districts curriculum, are more strict than others. Right. Some school districts curriculum, like your curriculum is spelled out for you. This is what you do on this day, this day, this day, this day. Others is a little more, you just need to be on this topic, this topic, this topic, but you can kind of create your own lesson plan.
Right.
So this was probably that situation where either the teacher went rogue and came up with their own shit.
Trying to be creative.
Hey, Jaded.
Hey, Jaded, baby.
Either the teacher went rogue and came up with their own shit, or
they just didn't give a fuck, and she told them what they was gonna do, and they was down for it.
Or the teacher had the leeway and could come up with their own thing, and some way they thought this was a good idea.
Yeah,
They have department. Thank you, Jaded.
My only experience with like the back end of this is like the daycare that my mother runs, and it's very much the teachers have to turn in lesson plans every week for everything that needs to be done because there's a star rating and and it's all monitored and all that good stuff.
Right. And again, that depends on the school and all that stuff, because I've worked at schools where I had to turn my lessons plans in weekly, and I've worked at schools where I only had to turn my lesson plan in if I was being observed. So again, it depends. I don't know enough about this particular district to know
how it works
beforehand. Yeah. I've worked at schools where only if you're like a new teacher do you have to turn in your lesson plans. Like, they're different. It's so different. It's so different. And that's part of the problem, that when it comes to education in this country, nothing is streamlined.
Right.
That's why
I'm the type of parent that wouldn't have, you couldn't have spared that couldn't have been on the syllabus. Oh, we having a live slave auction where we selling the black children, and that was gonna fly with me. Like, I was on a first name basis. My mother was on a first name basis with all of my children's schools. We was tag team in the school so often, where if you couldn't get me, you get my mama. If you can't get my mama, you get me. To where when I went to withdraw one of my kids from school because she was going to, what's the name of the thing where you send the kids off?
Boarding school?
No, they learn a trade and stuff. Shit.
Oh, Job Corps?
Yes. Because Scooter Boop's mama went to Job Corps. That's how she got her diploma. That's how she got her associate's degree. When I went to withdraw her, they was like, does your mother know? Wait, I'm the parent. What you mean? Yes, she knows. But that's how, we dealt with the school. They knew that if it wasn't me, it was going to be my mama, because we were there, because we were involved. We don't know what's happening. And with the grades, what's happening in class, like, I set up my own system where I had a notebook where she was supposed to write what her work was, and the teacher needed to sign it. And then when she completed the work, I signed it, so her teacher know that when we sit back, yes, she did all the work.
I've had parents do things like that and ask me, and I don't have any problem with that. I have no problem with here's the thing. Even parents who are over the top and do way too much still don't irritate me as much as absent parents. Now, there's some parents that just do way too fucking much, but I ain't even mad at them. They irritate me sometimes, but I ain't even mad at them, because the ones that I really be mad at are the ones that are just absent. Like, I can't get you on the phone. I can't talk to you. You don't care. Couple of things. So yes, Oprah, there's a very famous experiment. It's it was the eye. She separated her audience by blue eyes, and the blue-eyed, the members of her audience that had blue eyes were treated better than everybody else. But they didn't tell them why they were being separated. And so when they came in, they just automatically put them in different groups. And some people were separated from their friends that they came with. And one group got a nice breakfast and they got to sit down. The other group had to stand up and they had to wait, and they just got water. And they did this throughout the day. They gave them VIP service the whole day. And yes, by the end of the day, they were pissed off. They was mad. They was cussing. They was ready to cuss Oprah out. And that experiment is done. Yeah, Jane Elliott. Thank you, Xavier. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Jane Elliott, who is a white woman, actually, that is an experiment that she uses to teach. She started it with her students, and now she does workshops all over the country, even to this day. And you can find clips on YouTube. And there was this one, I showed this to my psychology class. When we talk about this, I've showed this to my psychology class. This one little white girl got so indignant. She got so indignant.
And she read her eyeballs out.
Read her down, up, down, and all around. Okay? So indignant. So yeah, y'all look up Jane Elliott, look up the experiment. I believe she wrote a book about it. But this is an experiment that was done, and she goes around the country doing it. Brown eye, blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes. But that's how she separates people. So yeah, I did the same thing with my daughter. Teachers had to initial each day with homework. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I've had parents do that. Say, listen, can you help me out? My daughter's gonna have a notebook. Now, one of the schools I worked at, and this was the the blue ribbon school that I worked at. All of the kids they called them objective books. And in every class, the kid had to write down the objective of the day, and their homework, it was the book. It was dated. They had to date it at the beginning of the week. And for every class, they had to write down the objective. They had to write down their homework. And at the end of the day, whoever your last period teacher was had to initial your objective book. And my initial was saying that I checked their book and made sure that they had an objective and a homework assignment or for every class. And then the parents were supposed to sign it when the kids and bring it back. And so it was a check and balance because again, what happens is the parent can come back and say, well, Ms. Proctor, you signed off, or I'm talking my last name. You signed off on this. But but there wasn't anything there because at the end of the day, and usually we would start, you would stop about 15 minutes before class was over, and I'm saying, all right, let me sign y'all objective books because that way, when the bell ring, everybody want to run out the door. But if there's no initial on it, because what happened was the administrators were posted at each exit, and they were checking the objective books on the way out the door. Now, let a child be coming through there, and the teacher didn't sign the objective book. They coming back to the teacher because they're going to say, well, why didn't you sign this child's objective book? But it was also a check for me because I would say, you missed English class. You better find somebody that was in your English class and find out what the homework is because you ain't leaving out of here until you get your English homework and English objective. And again, this was when I was at, a blue ribbon school, and these were the things that were put in place. You know what I'm saying? My nephew's teachers call or text me because they know I'm vested. It's not just on the teacher. Yeah, it is. It's a relationship. And again, I tell people this all the time. When I first started teaching, it was more of a relationship. Somewhere in the 20-something years that I've been teaching, that relationship has changed. And teachers have become the enemy. And I just don't know why and when that happened. It's like this new generation of kids have brought this chip on their shoulder that the school is this horrible place for them. And I've read different studies and I've heard different opinions that it goes back to the crack epidemic, where a lot of students had, especially in urban schools, had bad. Listen, Jaded is triggered because Jaded went to the school. Jaded was a student at the school where I taught, and he is very familiar with that objective book. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
He said, oh God.
Jaded knows exactly what I'm talking about because he went to that school. I wasn't a teacher when he was a student, but that objective book was there, honey. And if the kids lost it, they were responsible. They got the first one for free. At the beginning of the school year, each homeroom teacher got enough to give. After that, they had to pay $3 to replace. I remember it was $3 to replace it, honey.
Right.
But
my kids had agenda books too, Regina. They called it an agenda. It was like a kid's like day planner. Is what it looked like.
Right. And so somewhere along the way there, and again, like I said, I've read studies where it connects it to a lot of urban students having bad experiences, especially during the crack epidemic, because teachers and administrators are mandatory reporters. A lot of people had authorities called on them, and they saw they saw a lot of bad things connected to schools. And again, this is just one report because I've seen it across the board.
Apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
Girl, because nobody was talking to you.
Nobody was talking to you, ho. Nobody was talking to you.
No, nobody's talking to you, ho.
Now, Xavier said because school feels like a damn prison. I listen, the conversation needs to be had.
I love school. I'm sorry.
The conversation needs to be had because somewhere along the way, like it just became an issue. Anyway, I could be on that all day. That's a teacher project conversation because I could do that all day. My last story is dealing with education. Maybe I should have held on to this for the teacher project, but hold on now, I gotta find it, child. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? See, I take screenshots of the stories so I remember the stories that I want to talk about, but I don't see it. Oh well, it was another story dealing with education, but now I don't fucking remember it, and I don't see it here. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on, real quick, y'all. Real quick. Oh, I know what it doesn't deal with school. It deals with slavery. My bad. It deals with slavery. So the House.
Is this about the reparations? About them starting to have the conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Not Alexa and Siri are both nosy hoes. I'm done.
Hold on, now I gotta find it so I can read y'all the story. Y'all, why are they trying to make a big deal about this? The FCC reported over 1,000 complaints about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP performance. Ma'am, sirs, they were.
We don't care. We don't care.
Wet ass pussy. What did you think they were going to do? The song is called Wet Ass Pussy. What did you think they were going to do? That's the Grammys' fault, not Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. What the fuck did you think they was going to do to a song called Wet Ass Pussy?
Listen.
Seriously.
Diamond Pearl, listen.
What is that?
I got stories. My mother worked for Child Protective Services for 30 years. I have some horror stories, and I have some absolutely ridiculous stories. Somebody called CPS on a lady because her child was wearing white shoes after Labor Day.
See, that's the bullshit I'm talking about.
And and when you call in a report like that, they still have to go out. They can't not go out.
Let me explain something to y'all. As somebody who is a mandated reporter, it is not fun. It is not something you want to do. It is not something you look forward to doing. I have had to call social services. It's not fun.
It's not.
I had now I've had situations that, I mean, I had to do what I had to do.
Listen.
But it's not a fun thing. Like, nobody wants to, nobody
wants to do that.
Especially if you're wrong, especially if you're wrong. Okay, so House panel votes to advance slavery reparations bill. Lord, we gotta get off of here, Abby, because we gotta go watch the thing. Legislation. And listen, I don't want y'all to get excited thinking we're about to get reparations. Please,
they just talking about it.
Don't go buy them Louboutins on Afterpay thinking you was gonna get your reparations to pay it off. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that, because that's not gonna happen. Because listen, the legislation is to create a commission to study reparations. Okay,
so this is just them beginning to have the conversation.
Exactly.
And people kill me with the you can only get reparations if you can trace your family. You stole all of our stuff and you didn't keep any records. So how are we supposed to trace anything back to? You know what? Fuck y'all. Just give me the goddamn money, you stupid bitches.
It is a historic vote, so I don't want to lessen the landmark part of it, because it's actually the furthest we've ever kind of gotten in the conversation about reparations. The legislation, HR 40, was introduced 30 years ago and now faces a full House vote. Should it pass the House, the measure would go into the evenly divided Senate. The House Judiciary Committee voted 25-17 Wednesday to advance the bill. The bill would establish a 13-person commission to study the lasting impacts from slavery and ongoing racial discrimination throughout the country's history. The panel would submit its findings to Congress and recommend any necessary remedies, including compensation to Black Americans. Okay, so listen, you see what they said, that it's been in for 30 years. 3-0. So what we're not going to do is get ourselves worked up. We're not going to get ourselves worked up. But we are going to acknowledge that it happened and that it's nothing new. I mean, and that it's the first time and that it is new, I should say. All right, y'all, we get ready to get out of here. So I can tell y'all that tonight I'm going to try to get a couple of things, because I ain't do no videos last night. I'm going to try to get a couple of videos to y'all tonight. I definitely feel like Chasing LA will be dropped tonight. Maybe Real Housewives of Dallas might be dropped tonight. I'll probably give y'all my guesses for Masked Singer. But y'all know that'd be like a 5-minute video, So that'll be real down and dirty, quick and easy. But I'm gonna get y'all some stuff tonight. I've been neglecting y'all this week. I was working overtime last week to get caught up, and I think I just ran out of steam this week, child. But I'm gonna get y'all some stuff tonight. Abby, you gonna do Chasing LA tonight, right? All right. You got anything else happening over there? Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch The Nevers and I got sidetracked by work, so I need to be doing that. That's the show that you got to watch with no distraction. So I need to.
Oh, that's funny. Creative Diva said, are they accepting ancestry DNA results? Listen,
That's a good question.
they might be.
That's a good question. Let me do my 23andMe.
Listen. All right, y'all. I'm out. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.